Good morning, everyone, and thanks for showing up. So, this is the OpenStack QA project update. My name is Ghanshyam Man. I'm QA PTL and doing all these QA things. So, it means quality assurance. So, we'll just go through what is OpenStack QA. So, this is the official mission statement. We have like develop, maintain, and initiate the tools and plan to ensure the upstream like stability, quality of the OpenStack, and whenever it's like releases happen, so we make like everything is working fine, gate is not broken, and we help them to release it in a smooth way. So that is our official mission. Apart from that, we have a lot of projects under QA, around 20, I think. And each project is like different repository, and they have separate team also. Many members like having the overlap between all these projects. For example, we have Tempest. This is the one of the most active project in QA. It's an integration testing tool, and it provides the framework also for Tempest plugins. On project side, they can have the Tempest-like test. And we have DevStack for development environment, Grenade for doing the upgrading testing. Not all projects support the Grenade testing yet, but that is our plan. And then we have the Patrol RBAC testing. That is the new one and one of the most excited project and being asked by the many of the operator. Then we have like DevStack tool, that is just Python CLI tool for DevStack things, like to update the local conf, to merge those configuration, like varies the configuration variables in Tempest conf or Noah conf. Then we have these plugins for DevStack Ceph. It integrates the Ceph in DevStack, and then we have a new one, DevStack plugin container, which is integrating the container in DevStack one. And then result side, OpenStack Health. So the result data stack with the visualization of the data and running. Then we have tester things and hacking. A lot of other things we have. And yeah, last one, Tempest lib, it's deprecated, but still we just keep the repository. But we don't do any update on that. So these are the set of projects we maintain in the QA. And we have contributor stats from Queen Cycle to know the activity or our activeness of the QA. So we had around 661 commit and 2660 reviews, which is pretty good. And we had the bugs and email, like 94 filed bug, but we resolved only 45. This is the area something we have to concentrate more. And email communication things around 100. And on the bottom side, this is the current open request. So we have like 542 reviews open and around 280 from author side, but 190 is still waiting for reviewer. So this is also one area and data where we have to keep improving things. At least we keep the waiting for reviewer things low. And the second thing also, like waiting for submitter, that can be like if we are not reviewing the patches on time, so author just maybe going away or not active. So we have like issues in number of resources we have currently in QA, but we try to like do the things in a fast way, like review or bugs you log. And yeah, these are area we will be keep improving. And these are the things we do, apart from like we had the official mission statement of maintaining the OpenStack stability. So we have the community-driven approach to QA, and we serve the OpenStack community in terms of like providing the testing framework or the stability. We drive the testing best practices, and we maintain the test tool and framework, like we providing a stable APIs for Tempest, so that the Tempest plugins can start consuming them and can write their Tempest-like test. And we keep the gate running smoothly. So on daily basis, we monitor the gate along with infra team, and if there is something wrong, then we debug it, people solve that things, and we support the interoperability testing effort also. Like for 6 project, we have the interop test within the Tempest tree, and we maintain that as per the guidelines we agreed with interop group. Like we cannot change the test case, or we cannot like delete the test without informing interop teams and get the agreement. So whatever the certification things and set of capability and test they have, so we keep it maintained in that way. And cross-community collaboration on testing tool, that is the things we newly started, and there is not exactly full-fledged activity on this as of now, but we are trying to collaborate within like OP and FV testing tools and all, how we can reuse their tool or they can reuse our tool and framework. So this is something like we wanted to keep improving, but yeah, it's a challenging thing to do the cross-community collaboration also. And yeah, we are open for new testing ideas and project. So we saw like around 20 repository or 20 project in a QA. So we are not just limited to those. So if you have any new ideas, new project to come, like Petrol came last year, and then one is the idea is extreme testing. So we are open for like consuming those things under the QA umbrella. And you can see on the right side, like this is the OpenStack-Helm. So it shows your job data, which job is failing, passing. Currently it's a gate pipeline data only, not check one. But yeah, mainly Matthew and Masaki work on those OpenStack-Helm and maintain without having much help from others. So yeah, next OpenStack Queen feature. This section will cover like what all things we completed. One is the Tempest stable APIs. We finished all the services client we own for the 6 core projects. The last one, object Swift one, we completed. We did the credential provider, dynamic pre-provision credential are in the lib now. And the test base class, which was mainly used by the Tempest plugins. And we made it stable for plugins. We are not keeping that under the lib repository, but we make sure we don't change anything so that plugins won't break and they can maintain it easily. Then we helped on Tempest plugin goal, and it's I think almost done. All the Tempest plugins being separated into the separate repository, but setting up the jobs for those plugins using that branchless plugin in stable branch also, those things keep going. And next, yeah, very important one is Joule v3 migration. Henry was working on this, and the idea is to provide the base job migrated on Joule v3, and so that the projects can consume, for example, Tempest full and DevStack base job. So DevStack base job Tempest full is almost done. He was completed, and Grenade base job is in progress. So patch is under review. We'll be doing. And yes, we did more coverage for new features and APIs, like for volumes and Keystone. There are new test and new service client we did. On Petrol side, one was the switch role using the context manager. Previously, it was based on the decorator, where the role switch was happening with the complete execution of the test, which was exactly not needed. So role switch was needed just when you call that API interface only. So that thing was done, and more test coverage. I think that was, a lot of compute test, volume test has been added in the Petrol, and removal of identity v2 API test, which was deprecated. So it's currently test the latest v3 APIs. And then we have the DevStack plugin container. That was the new DevStack plugin, which is installation of container engine on DevStack. Currently it I think it support only Docker, but yes, gradually means we can have the more support on that. Next, what we are going to do in Rocky, or what we are doing in Rocky, one is the Zool migration native jobs, like Granite one is in progress. Then more stable interfaces for Tempest plugins, like we had yesterday feedback session, and one of the very good feedback was like people are using the plugins, but they keep breaking because we have not provided that stable interface to them. So our main goal will be whatever plugins are consuming things from Tempest, that should be in the stable state. We declare either it is as a library or it is as a stable things for plugins. So we'll be working on that and organizing the deprecated API test in Tempest. Like few of the deprecated APIs are not being tested now in Tempest, like image v2 or v1. But we should be tested because they are deprecated but not removed yet. And like volume v3, and till now we are testing it v2 plus few micro version of v3. So the idea is execute every test under the v3 endpoints plus v2 endpoint also, so that we cover everything and like project side don't break. Like if v3 is the current one in volume, v2 is deprecated, but still v2 should be working as it is working currently. So those are the cleanup we have to do. And then scenario test cleanup. Currently scenario manager base class is little complex and hard to maintain. So that is the one of the thing we should be cleaning up that for more debugging and maintainability side. And then Patrol stable release, that is the one target we are working. Like we can make a first Patrol stable release, and then projects start consuming those in their gate, and even the operator side also. Then RBAC side for multi-policies, that is the one features targeted for queens. And beyond Rocky, the long-term ideas is one is the extreme testing. We have the idea of doing the HA testing and fault management. So it's like spec is under review, but we need more bandwidth to spend on these things. Cross-community testing, like OpenFV and all these tool sharing things can work fine. And upgrade testing with Granite plugins. So that was one of the community goal, which I think is postponed to next release. But thing is here, idea is to support the Granite plugin test in each project, so we can keep testing, okay, whoever is supporting upgrade, that is working fine or not. And all stable branches testing in Patrol gate. So currently, I think we had Pike and Queen running for Patrol. I think yesterday it must. But in long term, we will be keeping like the same mechanism in Tempest way. So Patrol also will be testing all the stable branch policies and make sure policies are working in a, or changed in a backward compatible way. We have cross-project works also. One is the Zool migration for the base jobs, so that project can consume is going on, and plugin help of fixing the usage and guidelines. And that something we will be preparing some guidelines or more collaboration with plugins. One idea was from yesterday, same way, doing the tagging of each plugin on the same time when Tempest does the tagging, so that they can consume the Tempest plus all the Tempest plugins all together with a single baseline or single tag. And Patrol getting for RBAC testing on project side. So that will be the area actually. First we are trying with the Keystone, and then we'll try with Nova, Cinder and all. So like Patrol testing on their Patrol pipelines, so each project can have their test case and more policy testing coverage and all. Yeah, so these are the things we will be working on in Rocky and beyond Rocky. And how you can give feedback, the very best way is just report the bug. We use the Launchpad. You can get the information from each QA wiki page. So we have the Launchpad project per repository or per project under QA. For example, Tempest has and DevStack has its own, Patrol has its own. So all the task tracking links will be on this wiki. So file the bug, anything. And you can send mail on OpenStack-dev. with QA in subject, we respond as soon as possible. Or you can ping us on IRC, catch us on PTZ forums, and we had the forum session, feedback session yesterday, and next at 9:50 we are going to have an onboarding session. And these are the things how you can contribute. So 9:50 we are having an onboarding session. So you all are welcome to join us. We can help you like anything you wanted to contribute, you wanted to ask us the process things, or anything you want to discuss, or you want us to explain more details about projects and anything. And yeah, OpenStack QA is IRC channel we use, and we almost cover all the time zone. Me, Masayuki in the Tokyo, and then Andrea is there in UK time zone, then Matthew Omichi is there in US. Then PTZ will be having in next Denver PTZ. So you can all welcome to come to QA room and discuss. And this is OpenStack contributor guide we use like for upstream development. So if you are new to contribution, you can go through this one and you can get all the information there. Yeah, so that's all. If you have any question, we have I think 3 or 4 minutes left. We can cover that. Yeah, so multi-node migration for DevStack, all the patches are merged. So we are doing for Queen, Spike, and Master, which is Rocky. We didn't do for Okata because there are a lot of Joule v3 missing there, and it's not possible to do that. So, but for Pike, Queens, it's all done, and on Master one also. But the thing in progress is the Grenade, which is also part of multi-node. So that is in ongoing effort. There is only one job, so which Andrea is working, and we'll be finishing it soon there. We have one mailing list going on those update, Joule v3 migration from Andrea. So you can also keep watching those, like what's happening, what is in progress. Thanks. Anything else? Yeah, and one more thing I would like to mention, like we saw the one of our item for Beyond Rocky is extreme testing. So which is nothing but the destructive testing, doing the fault management thing, which is being asked by many operator and many people. So there actually we have a resource bandwidth issue. So if any of you would like to help us, we have the spec up, we have the, I think, Etherpad set up there, where we plan to have the meeting on those things, but it's not yet done, I think. But if you want to give a feedback or the things you would like to see in that project, that will be really helpful for us. Yeah. Okay, we have still, I think, 2 minutes left, if anything. Okay, so you can finish it, and we have like next onboarding session. Please join and ask us anything. That will be like a forum session, casual note presentation. So you feel free to come there and there. Thank you very much for joining.